All right, so let's talk about angles formed by a transversal. First of all, a transversal is a line that crosses two or more lines. So in this case, we got two lines over here, and this pink line over here is what we call the transversal. And when you cross these lines, you get a bunch of different angles. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to be talking about the different types of angles. Okay, corresponding angles. All right, over here, the corresponding angle, well, let's call this one, this angle over here, let's call it 1. Or, well, let's call it A. Let's call it for later. Let's use letters. Angle A is corresponding to angle B. So angle A and angle B are corresponding. Let's look for other different corresponding angles. So let's use a different color. Let's call C, angle C, and angle D. Angle C and angle D are corresponding. Let's look for more. Let's use a different color here. Let's use blue. Well, let's E. This angle over here is called E, and this angle over here is called F. So these two angles are also corresponding. They correspond to each other. And let's do the last pair here. Let's use a different color here. And G, angle G, so angle G and angle H are also corresponding angles. So again, C with D, A with B, F with E, and H with G. Those are the different pairs of corresponding angles. Okay? Now, another type of angle here that we're gonna have when you cross a transversal through a couple of lines is what we call the alternate interior. So first of all, the interior angles are located right here, okay? The exterior angles are gonna be these ones and these ones. So this is the interior, we're looking at this one. Alternate interior, we're gonna be alternating, okay? Alternating across the transversal. So in this case, let's call this one angle A and angle B. These two are alternate interior. So angle B and angle A are alternate interior. And the other pair will be angle C and angle D. Angle C and angle D are alternate interior. See, they're alternating. See, they are crossing the transversal. This one with that one and this one with that one. Right? Alternate interior angles. Let's go and talk about alternate exterior. So now we're going to look at the exterior angles, and they're going to be alternating. So let's call this one over here A, and this one B. So these ones, see, are on the outside, right? The outside, and they're alternating because they are, you know, across the transversal, right? One is in this side of the transversal, and the other one is in this other side of the transversal. So that will be alternate exterior. So angle A and angle B. And the other pair will be, well, the other pair will be this one. So let's call this one C and this one D. So alternating, right? And the outside angles, alternate exterior. So angle Z and angle D. Right? Now we're gonna go to consecutive interior. Okay? Consecutive interior angles. These ones are gonna be on the same side of the transversal. Okay? And they're gonna be in the inside because they're interior, they're gonna be here. So in this case over here, let me use a color, different color here. So A, and this one over here, B, angle A, and angle B, these ones are consecutive interior. And then we have to do the other side. So that will be, let's call one this C and this one D. So angle C and angle D are consecutive interiors. So this one with this one and this one with that one. Right? Let's go and see more angles, more relations. So let's move it up here, down, and let's go and take a look at consecutive exterior. Now we're going to talk about the outside angles, the exterior angles, and they're consecutive. They're on the same side of the transversal. So let's call this one A. Well, the other one will be here. So angle A and angle B. And the other one will be this one, C and D. Angle C and angle D. Consecutive exterior. And the last one is kind of like a review. The last one is the vertical angles. We talked about that before in previous chapters. Vertical angles are the angles that are basically across each other when you cross a line. They're opposite of each other. So for example, over here will be A and B. Those are vertical angles and they're always congruent to each other, equal to each other, right? And then you have also, let's call this one C and this one D. C and D, and they're equal to each other. And guess what? We got two more pair over here. So that will be, let's call this one E and F. Those are vertical angles. And this is review because you guys already know about vertical angles. And finally, let's call this one G and H. And angle H. This one with that one, this one with that one, this one with that one, and this one with that one. And these are equal to each other always, okay? Congruent to each other. And this is basically the types of angles you're gonna encounter when you have a transversal crossing two or more lines. Okay, I hope this is helpful for you guys. Please do your assignments.